Hi guys and welcome back to TeoGamingLab. Do you want to build a defense system in the way you can see in this video? If your answer is yes, then follow this video. I will show you how. Before we start, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe for more and share if you think this information is useful. And now let's see how it's done. Before you get into the construction of your defense system, you should check where to build it. And generally, one of the best places that you can choose is a hill. This is not a very high hill. There are other ones, but for example, this one is a good spot. Um, this one is a good spot, and this one was a good spot, but there was already the city. Then I decided to build one down here. The reason why you want a high spot is because the army that is downhill will struggle more compared to the army that is uphill. So your army will have a slight advantage. Another tip that I should give you before you start to build this is to get a number of oxes, because you will need to transport quite a bit of timber. And I also build some temporary timber down here, some temporary logging camp, because at a certain point you need quite a bit of wood, quite a bit of log. Also, make sure to have all the resources available to build the manor and their defense system. This will ensure that is done as quickly as possible. One last thing, and then I promise we go through it. The design of my defense system is basically based on two different entrance system. The first entrance is located here. In a way, the opponent army will arrive often from this direction, and then they need to go all around the building, and in the meantime they will be pummeled by the archery. Then when they are in the first wall, basically is not done yet, because they will meet the first melee army and the first footman militia before they can actually enter where the manor is located. And in this area, I will put the archery, and in case you have the crossbow, one melee here in the entrance of this gate, and one footman militia here. So this is how my system works. And generally, one more tip could be to identify where your enemy come from. Generally, my enemy come from here, so they need to go through all the way on the back of the building. However, you need to know that this building is not useful when you conquer a region, because then you will have a certain area where you will combat, and also when Hildebolt will invade your area, because also there last time he invaded my area, the combat area was here. You can lure the enemy inside the manor and combat them there, but that will prolong the battle, and the more the battle go ahead, the more troop come from the Hildebolt side. So I think my personal opinion is that I don't want to drag the battle with Hildebolt too long. I just to cut it quick and assault him as quick as I can. There is also a city connected to it. If you want to see how is built this city, which is entirely meat based, and you can see I don't have the problem of money. I don't have a problem with food, and I don't have a problem with anything basically. And I have a high rate approval, and 500 citizen is in my channel in the live section. So let's go and see how is built this thing. So once you have identified where to build it, you basically click construction, and then it's administration. You click on administration, and then is the manor. So basically, you need 5 log, 20 planks, and 15 stone to build these. You basically click it, you set up some street, and you plop it. And that you can only build one. And basically, that will build the building. Once you build the manor, basically you can click on it and you can tax your people, building up your treasury, and you can give tithe to the church. Plus, it will be given to you 5 retinue by default. Now, I think I will recommend to build these early in the game. I always do, because the retinue are pretty strong and I can use them in the battle. So now you can expand your retinue, and also you can build a wall system and all the tower. So to build all those things, apart the retinue, you need to click on the manor and you need to enter in the castle planner. So if you enter in the castle planner, you have these 4 options. You have walls and gate, you have the outer tower, you have the garrison tower, and you have the tax office. I mean, you can build the tax office. It takes 4 logs to build it, is the one that you see here. You need to understand that the whole building, the whole manor, is a largely incomplete building. So basically the tax office is nowadays only for the show. It does not do actually anything. So if you want to build it, but it does not do anything. The other thing that you can build is the garrison tower. You can build only one. You need 10 wood log, 15 planks, and 10 stone. And that will give you 12 more slot for your retinue, bringing the whole retinue size to 24. You will still have 5, but now you can have 24 retinue. So you click over it, you plop it, and the arrow will face the street, and then you plop it. You can build only one of these tower. So before you continue and you build the whole thing, you need to understand that every time that you choose one item, it doesn't build it automatically. So if you open the castle planner, you need to commit. And to commit the overall building, for the moment, it takes 110 log, 15 plank, and 60 stone. I don't know why charge me those building, honestly, because the building is completed. But if I want to build whatever, I need to have all these resources, and when I will have 60 stone, then I will need to press commit, and then they will use all the resources to build the new thing. But another thing to notice when you build the manor is that if you click on the Open Caster Planner, you can see that there are the small circles, and basically when you have the manor, at first is a one little circle, then every time you build a tower or a building, this circle enlarge a bit. So if I add a circle, for example, here, and I build the garrison tower, then the circle become wider. And then you have more area where you can build the wall. When I build first the manor and then the garrison tower, I build a wall. And to build a wall, you need to click walls and gates. It costs 1 planks. You can see this little thing. You plop it. You need to plop it inside the circle, otherwise you will not build. And then it will basically build a wall in the way it's shown. And this wall will cost 12 planks. So you click, and then you need to commit. Now I'm not going to do that. If there is a street in the middle, then it automatically by default create a gate, as you can see in the figure. And that will cost 2 additional log. Once you have built all your wall and eventually all the internal building, then you can build the tower. And to build the tower, it's this option, outer tower. You need 10 log and 5 stone per tower. Remember, don't basically build all of them at once, because otherwise you can build up to 10. Then before you can build, you need to commit to 100 log and 50 stone. So you basically click over it. Yes, and then it appears a tower. Also here there is a arrow. You can see it here. And the arrow will eventually face the street. Once you are satisfied on the position to place it, you plop it. But make sure that you plop it in strategic position, because once you plop it, you can see that the area where you can build the wall will enlarge. So you need to plop it, in strategic position, especially if you want to build more than one layer of wall. One last thing, do the tower work? So the outer tower, no. If you hover over here, it tells you that it's a work in progress, but eventually will give 10 garrison space to your troops, where they can basically shoot at the enemy. The garrison tower increase your retinue size by 12, but I honestly did not succeed to let it work, because if you click over it, basically it's not really doing anything. Before I leave you, I will give you a last tip. So generally, if you have your militia too close to the wall, there is a bug and the enemy troop pass through the wall. So I advise you to keep your soldier far from the wall, actually maybe even in the first layer of the wall, so they need to go through the entire street. And in the meantime, you can basically shoot them whatever you want with the archer, and if you have it with the crossbow militia. Generally I have two. I wait them with the melee inside and also with the footmen behind the melee to attack them, and then I have a second melee, as said, inside, plus the retinue and another footman. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please like and subscribe. That means a lot and support me very much. Share if you think that this information is useful, and I hope to see you soon, and have a great day. Bye guys.